In the opening scene, we see 5 beautiful girls inviting Tatsuya to play with them. But before we delve further into this intriguing encounter, let's rewind and find out how it all began. Tatsuya, a 29-year-old bachelor, finds himself summoned to another world where he meets the king, who greets him as the legendary hero. Tatsuya was hiking on his day off when a magic circle suddenly appeared, causing him to fall into it. Alongside him are others, including David, demanding to know where they are. The king reveals they are in Iris Kingdom, which is on the brink of collapse due to powerful demons appearing every 100 years, destroying towns and countries. As everyone receives exceptional skills, Tatsuya is given a skill plate. However, when he reveals his skill as crop cultivator, everyone laughs at its apparent uselessness. Feeling shaken, Tatsuya is ignored by the king as he declares that everyone will embark on a journey, leaving Tatsuya behind. In the Lost Forest, as they begin their journey, Tatsuya strikes up a nice little chat with one of the cute girls. Seeing this, everyone else becomes angry and accuses Tatsuya of walking too slowly. Everyone urges Tatsuya to hurry up a little. Tatsuya realizes they hate him because he's the only one with a seemingly useless skill. They talk amongst themselves, calling Tatsuya a deadweight and discussing what to do about him. At night, they decide it's pointless to share their money and equipment with the deadweight farmer. One girl wonders if they'll really leave Tatsuya alone, but David quickly silences her, grabbing her mouth. In the morning, Tatsuya wakes up to find everyone has left him behind. Angry at being abandoned, he checks his equipment, only to find it's the same as when he came from the mountain, and they've taken his money. While exploring the forest, he discovers a cave and goes inside. Realizing his water will run out soon, he wishes he could find a river. But he got surprised seeing there was a river back there. He collected water from the river, but it was not filtered. He wished he could use the internet. To his surprise, a message pops up, granting him the skill Internet Level 10. Excited, he uses the internet to purify the river water and drinks it, finding it delicious. Now needing food, Tatsuya ventures further into the forest. He got shocked as he stumbles upon a dead body. Next to the dead body, he noticed a rusty hoe. As he picks up the hoe, he notices a broken-down house nearby. He cautiously enters and finds no one. The house looked like someone used it for farming. Tatsuya also finds some tableware, but he worries that if the person who lived here before caught an illness or something, it could also happen to him. Looking through the window, Tatsuya sees that the surrounding land is barren and unsuitable for farming. Suddenly, another message pops up, saying skill acquired, seed creation level 10. Tatsuya wonders what it means, and then some seeds appear in his hand. Excited, he starts hoeing the ground with the hoe, but to his surprise, he gets another skill, cultivation tool level 10. Shocked by how fast he's plowing, Tatsuya manages to plow a part of the land. Realizing he can't live off just beans, Tatsuya starts thinking about getting some vegetables. As he was thinking about carrots, some carrot seeds appear in his hand. While happily planting them, a dangerous wolf appears, frightening Tatsuya. The wolf attacks, but Tatsuya blocks it with his hoe, which starts glowing and emits heat from his heart. With this newfound strength, he easily defeats the wolf, though he feels bad about using demon meat for a meal. Tatsuya was really hungry. The food he had was almost gone. Then he saw a snake and thought about eating it. He searched it on the internet and found it was edible. He cuts his hair to catch some snakes and notices his seeds have already sprouted. The next day, he prepared a meal with snake and bean. But it was bland, so he added some seasoning, and it was incredibly delicious. He devours the food until he's full. The next day, his carrots have grown nicely. As he's taking them back home, he's watched by a mysterious person. Tatsuya makes a meal using the carrots, and it turns out sweet and delicious. While eating, he's observed by a beautiful bunny girl who was drooling over the delicious carrots. The cute bunny girl was drooling so much and said she can't hold it anymore. Suddenly, Tatsuya appeared before her, startling her. Tatsuya wonders what kind of adorable creature she is, while the bunny girl stutters, finally managing to say that she's not the type of rabbit who steals carrots. However, Tatsuya insists that she definitely intended to steal the carrot. The bunny girl explains that they are a family of rabbits known as pocket-sized rabbits. When they reach adulthood, they must embark on a journey alone and bring back a treasure to be recognized as grown-ups. For her, the treasure is the carrots, and she starts drooling at the thought of them. Tatsuya kindly gives her some carrots, and she happily munches on them, declaring them delicious. She realizes that if she can take these carrots back with her, she can become a hero. Touched by her excitement, Tatsuya gives the little bunny girl more carrots so she can return home as a hero. She is overjoyed and bids farewell to Tatsuya as she heads back to her family's home. Tatsuya struggles to catch a single snake, becoming increasingly worried that he won't be able to make delicious food. He considers making tofu instead. Suddenly, a noise from the forest startles Tatsuya. Suddenly, some funny girls appear, intending to get some carrots from Tatsuya. He wonders if it's karma. They hunted a huge boar as a thanks for the carrots. Tatsuya asks if they hunted the boar themselves, and the girls proudly confirm it, stating that they are a hunting tribe after all. Surprised by their strength, Tatsuya questions them, pointing out that they're supposed to be herbivores and eat vegetables. The bunny girl explains that while carrots are for indulgence, their main diet is meat-based. Tatsuya is shocked by this revelation. The girls inform Tatsuya that they'll be living with him for a while and propose to trade meat for carrots. Tatsuya, with help of the bunny girls, started butchering the boar. Then he made a delicious-looking dish using the boar meat. The bunny girl complimented the smell of the dish. Tatsuya tries it, and it felt like heaven. Our protagonist might become Soma Yukihira in that fantasy world. The next day, Tatsuya begins cutting down trees and rebuilding the hut. With the bunny girls by his side, they make quick work of the task. They prove to be incredibly useful, helping him with chores and even capturing monsters in the forest. Curious about Tatsuya's efforts, the bunny girl asks why he's repairing the house. Tatsuya explains that he wants to move in here. Because of them, he has more free time. He wants some nails, so the bunny girls demand some carrots so they will make him some nails. The bunny girls can do blacksmith works and also make tableware. They are really useful. They can be satisfied with a single carrot. With an evil smile, Tatsuya says they're ridiculously useful. And finally, they finished repairing the house. Tatsuya decides to celebrate the rebuilding of the house by making something delicious to make the bunny girls happy. He prepares a mouth-watering curry using carrots and boar meat. The bunny girl thoroughly enjoys the curry and demands more. Tatsuya is amazed as he wonders where all the soup disappeared into their tiny bodies. The bunny girl finishes all the food, leaving Tatsuya unable to get a single bite. A bunny girl hopped onto his leg and started sleeping. He gently patted her on the head, and to his surprise, she blushed and started mumbling. More, please. Confused by her reaction, Tatsuya touched the bunny girl's tail. Suddenly, she started trembling and exclaimed, "Oh wow. Our protagonist has that magic touch." Before Tatsuya could react, a wave of sensation swept over them, leaving her breathless with arousal before she succumbed to exhaustion, whispering amazing in a breathless sigh. The next morning, when Tatsuya woke up, he looked around and realized there were no bunny girls in sight. He scratched his head, wondering if they had all hopped off somewhere while he was sleeping. Feeling a bit down, he started crying out, "Where did you guys go?" Suddenly, a noise from outside made him stop crying. He opened the door to find a big bunny girl standing there, thanking him for taking care of her children. She introduced herself as Sonia. Tatsuya thought she was the queen and asked why she came here. Sonia explained that her children had told her about a place with amazing carrots and how they had built a friendship with the person living there. She said if he could provide her with meat, she had no complaints, and they were moving in with him. The bunny queen Sonia winked at him while blushing, saying she was looking forward to getting to know him better. You all understand what she meant, and the number of people living increased. Tatsuya's spirits plummeted when he realized his seasonings had run out. Sonia reassured him, suggesting that with salt, the sweetness of the carrot would stand out even more, making it delicious. Tatsuya's mind raced with the idea of hosting a barbecue party if he could get more seasoning, causing him to drool uncontrollably. Suddenly, a new skill popped up, goods from another dimension level 10, and something teleported to him. To his surprise, Tatsuya summoned a harvest god. The god spoke, "It is only natural for you to doubt my words," startling Tatsuya as it read his mind. Tatsuya expressed his need for seasoning, and the harvest god explained that, being from his world, it could easily acquire some. It handed him a book with many products, and Tatsuya eagerly searched for seasoning. However, he was taken aback to find that it cost money. He went to ask Sonia but sees her laze around. "God damn, those thick thighs! I wouldn't mind getting squeezed like a watermelon between them. They look like weapons of mass destruction, ready to launch me into oblivion." Sonia replies she is the queen after all. Tatsuya asked if she had any money to spare. Sonia explained they didn't participate in trading culture but had a bag of cold coins. She insisted she would be taking a carrot in exchange for the bag of gold. Tatsuya went to the harvest god and put a gold coin into the machine. However, the harvest god got really mad because he had only received 1 gold coin and demanded more. Angry, Tatsuya poured all the gold coins into the machine, only to receive a single bottle of yakiniku sauce in return. Undeterred, Tatsuya and Sonia started making a dish with the yakiniku sauce. Tatsuya prepared a very delicious-looking dish, and Sonia and the little bunny all tried it and complimented him on how tasty it was. Tatsuya was amazed by how tasty the dish turned out. He eagerly tried it and found it incredibly delicious. Unable to contain his excitement, he devoured the food like a savage until he was full, savoring every bite. Sonia asks Tatsuya if he knew that when rabbits eat a lot of meat, they get the urge to mate, and asks Tatsuya if he wants to mate, her words dripping with anticipation. It's like a forbidden fruit begging to be tasted. Tatsuya is shocked to hear this unexpected proposition. Sonia heard from one of her children that Tatsuya has amazing technique. Sonia started, licking her lips with a seductive look, saying, "Just this once, try that technique with her." Tatsuya blushed, says, wait a minute. Sonia asks what's wrong. Tatsuya says, isn't it bad, because Sonia looked really young. Sonia says she is 22 years old unless that's a problem for Tatsuya. Tatsuya says that's not a problem at all. Then they embark on a journey of passion so steamy, it could fog up a sauna in seconds flat.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
Tatsuya wakes up to quite the sight: Sonia lying naked beside him, like a vision straight out of a dream. With a sly grin, she leans in to give Tatsuya a good morning kiss on the forehead, her lips leaving a lingering sensation that sends shivers down his spine. But as they head out to the field, Sonia's all business, ready to tackle the day's tasks. She starts firing off questions about vegetables, but poor Tatsuya's mind is a whirlwind of memories: her touch, her scent, the way she looked at him with those eyes. But hey, who can blame Tatsuya for being a little distracted, when you've got a naked goddess lying next to you in bed? Not that we could ever understand how it feels to be beside a naked goddess. As Tatsuya diligently works in the field, a mysterious figure appears behind him, none other than Elisa from the fox tribe. Tatsuya, ever curious, asks her identity, to which she responds with a coy smile and a hint of mischief. With a twinkle in her eye, Elisa remarks on Tatsuya's adventurous spirit, teasing him about his endeavors in the forest of no return, right on the boundary between the human and demon worlds. Tatsuya can't help but feel like he's living out a fantasy game, with all the excitement and danger that entails. But when Elisa tries to peddle her wares, Tatsuya confidently brushes her off, boasting that he can take down any monster with a single hit. Curious about Elisa's own abilities, Tatsuya inquires about her nature. With a mischievous grin, she reveals herself as a member of the snatching kind, scavenging equipment from the depths of dangerous dungeons and selling them for profit in town. Tatsuya's eyes light up with excitement at the mention of town, eager to explore this new frontier. But Elisa quickly dampens his enthusiasm with a warning: the town may be chaotic and unpredictable, a far cry from the idyllic farm life he's grown accustomed to. Elisa's compliment on the herbal tea earns a proud grin from Tatsuya, who credits his lodgers for teaching him the art of brewing. But when Elisa inquires about these mysterious lodgers, their conversation takes an unexpected turn. A tiny rabbit girl hops onto Tatsuya's shoulder, and Elisa's reaction is priceless. She practically jumps out of her skin, her eyes wide with terror. With a trembling voice, she stammers out a warning about the notorious pocket rabbits, her fear palpable as she recounts tales of their bloody revenge. But Tatsuya, ever the animal whisperer, calmly assures Elisa that the pocket rabbits mean no harm. In fact, he's tamed them with food, forging an unlikely bond that even survived a war over a squashed carrot. Who knew bunnies could be so ruthless? Elisa, intrigued by Tatsuya's tale, turns her attention to the skin and teeth of the wild boar. While she tries to play it cool, it's clear she's interested in more than just their decorative value. Without a word, she sets off in search of the prized items, determined to claim them for herself. Tatsuya, ever the gentleman, agrees to part with the skin and teeth, knowing full well that Elisa has her eye on them. With a handshake, they seal the deal. Sonia casually strolls in and inquires about dinner plans. Tatsuya can't help but wonder where she's been all this time. With a nonchalant shrug, Sonia claims she was out for a leisurely walk, though her timing couldn't have been more perfect. Elisa, ever the picture of composure, greets Sonia politely, but her facade crumbles as soon as she lays eyes on the rabbit queen. With a dramatic feint, Elisa collapses, sending Tatsuya and Sonia into a fit of laughter. Who knew the sight of a rabbit could be so intimidating? After that, the cute little rabbits come to Tatsuya with a huge bird. They spread tarps in the nest and the bird got. What the hell? What is that expression? What happened to the cute little rabbits? Their tongue looks like Venom's tongue. Tatsuya starts butchering the hawk and the meat was similar to duck meat. That time Elisa came was shocked to see the hawk. Tatsuya says the little rabbits caught it. He doesn't know how this rabbit catch them. Sonia says he had done something vulgar to tame them. Tatsuya asks Elisa why she was here. She had come to give him his money, and it was 600 gold coins. But the bag was small. Elisa says that's ori chalcum bar and each is 100 gold coins. Tatsuya thinks if he puts it in the offering box he will get just 600 yen. Are you serious right now? 1 gold coin for 1 yen? The harvest god is scamming Tatsuya really badly. Tatsuya says he will make a thank you meal for Elisa. And he summons some carriage sauce. She makes a delicious-looking dish with the hawk meat and carrots. Sonia and Elisa was loving the smell of carriage, and the little rabbits demolished it in seconds, and asks for more. The rabbits really are a species of venom. Elisa tries the food and she was loving every little bite. How delicious it was. Elisa now understands how Tatsuya managed to tame the slaughter rabbits. The small rabbit offended says who is she calling slaughter rabbit. Sonia also says it's very delicious. Tatsuya finally prices and he was amazed how delicious it turned out. The meat was super juicy. Tatsuya devoured the whole thing until he was full. Sonia hugs Tatsuya saying it was really delicious. Elisa says if she can come back for more yummy foods. Tatsuya agrees. The next day, Tatsuya finally managed to grow some garlic. So he made steak with garlic take for dinner. Tatsuya gives Sonia her food without any garlic. Sonia asks why she didn't get any garlic. He says he will be in trouble if she gets more energetic. As they were talking, someone knocked the door. He goes to see who it was. And it was thick-looking succubus with thick thighs, gigantic milk bazookas, damn man, with curves that could stop traffic and assets that defy description. She says if she can have some food, Tatsuya face he just made dinner. The girl was born by the incredible aroma. Introduces herself as Maria, a succubus who was banished from the demon world. After she was banished, her powers were gone. Tatsuya was blushing, thinking she has an alluring body. He thinks Sonia has a body like a college student, but this girl, is there any captivating body? Tatsuya served Maria steak with garlics. After tasting it was incredible, stating even the shapes of the given world can't produce anything close to these taste. She eats it very fast. Something started to happen to her. She was getting overwhelmed by the power growing inside her. She felt she was reawakened, and her power blasted the roof of Tatsuya's hut. In nighttime, she needs her charms restored. It is making her turn on. She wastes no time in making her intentions clear, settling onto Tatsuya's lap with a seductive look that leaves him speechless. But as she leans in close, Tatsuya can only stammer that it's too early for such intimacy, his cheeks burning with embarrassment. Maria's sad expression tugs at Tatsuya's heartstrings, prompting him to unleash his inner warrior with a newfound intensity. In a whirlwind of passion, Tatsuya goes full wild mode on Maria, leaving them both breathless and exhilarated. The next morning, as Sonia and Maria argue over who will sleep with Tatsuya, Sonia proposes a daring solution: why not all three of them? Maria readily agrees, but Tatsuya hesitates, still feeling the effects of their wild night. But when Maria utters those fateful words, "you don't want to," it's like a spark igniting Tatsuya's inner fire, saying no problem at all. With a newfound determination, he pushes himself to the limit, unleashing a power unlike anything they've ever seen, but Tatsuya gets worn out. And at the last moment he attains the legendary skill of Employer of the Night level 10. Sonia and Maria can't help but tremble with fear at the sight of his glowing aura. Tatsuya transforms into a Super Saiyan of the night, his power radiating with an otherworldly intensity. Sonia and Maria started trembling with fear. Tatsuya goes Ultra Saiyan Beast mode on Sonia and Maria. With each moment, Tatsuya's strength grows. They started to get worn out, saying help. But Tatsuya isn't done, he goes all out on them. The next morning, Elisa came to give Tatsuya him payment for the dead hawk while Maria was watching them. After Elisa departs, Maria confronts Tatsuya about Elisa's suspicious behavior, accusing her of scamming him. Tatsuya, ever kind-hearted, worries about being suspicious of others. Just then, a little bunny excitedly informs Tatsuya that they've caught another big bird. Maria sees this as the perfect opportunity to visit the town and see how much they can sell it for. And so, they embark on a journey to the town, unaware of the adventures and challenges that await them.
The end. Comment for part 2.